This is my implementation for Xaudio to source voice. First, load, read, and play an audio file. I just load an audio file and then call this function. And in this function, after I load the audio file, I just set buffer. Buffer is here. Set buffer is here. Just set flags, audio bytes, and audio data. Other attributes are default. And I call this play audio. I just submit a source buffer and then start to play the audio. And in load audio file method, I just open the audio file and read the audio data from the file, and then I new voice callback instance and create a source voice, and the source voice is stored as a class member. Next, repeated playback of a single voice. First, I also load an audio file, and I call this function. The difference is in setting buffer. When I set buffer, I set the loop count attribute to true. True means the audio file will be played totally 3 times. The first time is just to play the audio, and the rest of 2 times are loop playback. And the next is firing of 5 sounds every 1 second, so we can hear the layering. First, I also load an audio file and call this function, and I passed 2 arguments in this method. 5 means play 5 times, and 1000 means the interval is 1 second. So I start each sound every 1 second. And in this function, first I set buffer. This set buffer is as normal as usual. I just set audio bytes, audio data, and the flag. And after that, I create 5 source voice. And I submit the same buffer to each source voice. And then I use a loop to play each source voice. And after starting one source voice, I use sleep to have the current thread sleep for 1 second, and then start the next source voice, such that each sound can be played every 1 second. And after that, I just use wait for a single object to wait for each source voice to finish the playing audio. And after that, I delete all the resources that I used new to create. And next is change volume. In this volume change demo method, I just load an audio file, and first I let the volume is 1.0, and I set the diff as minus 0.3. So the first time the volume is 1.0. The second time the volume is 0.7. The third time is the volume is 0.4 and 0.1. And after that, the volume will be plussed from 0.1 to 0.4, 0.7, 1.0. So such that we can realize that each time when play the audio file, the volume is different. And next is the change pen. In this function, I loaded the audio file, and next I defined 6 types of pens: 0.0, -1, and 1.0f, -0.8, 0.8, and the last one is 0. So I just loop to play the audio. Before playing each audio, I just call this method to change the pen of source voice, then play the audio. So we can realize that the pen is different while playing audio each time. And in this function, I just use this method to change pen. First, I just check if pen is valid, and then the pen of -1.0 indicates all left speaker, and positive 1.0 is all right speaker, and 0 is split between left and right. And here is important. If input channel is 1, that means input audio is mono audio. So I just use this to set left and right to output matrix. If input channel is 2, that means input audio is also stereo, and output audio is also stereo. So I have to use these 2 lines of codes to change pen. So 0 and 1, both 0 and 1 are left, both 2 and 3 are right. And after I create the output matrix, I just get the voice details from source voice, and also get voice details from master voice. And after that, I call the method named setOutputMatrix to change the pen. Next, change pitch. In this demo, I load audio file, and I define 6 types of pitch value, and after that I just loop to play audio for several times, and before playing audio, I just use this method to change the pitch value, and then I play the audio. So we can realize that the audio played is different each time. And in this method, I just call this method set frequency ratio of source voice to change the pitch. And The last one is the start, stop, pause functionality of playing audio. I define four kinds of methods: play, pause, resume, stop, to implement these functionalities. In play method, I just set buffer, and then I submit the source buffer to the source voice, and I start. And in the pause, I just call the stop method to pause the audio play. And in the resume, I just call the start again to restart the audio play. And in the method of stop, I call the stop method, and after that I call the method named flash source buffers of the source voice in order to clear the whole buffer. So if we call the stop method, so that means the audio cannot be restart. The audio play cannot be restarted because the buffer is cleared. So with these four methods, I can implement the play, pause, resume, and stop like this. First I play, and after 4 seconds I pause the audio play, and after 2 seconds I resume the audio play, and after 4 seconds I pause the audio play again, and after 2 seconds I resume it, and after 4 seconds I just stop the audio play by calling the stop method. Because I use multi-thread, so when I start running this project, the game engine is running, and at the same time another thread is playing the audio, and because this video capture cannot capture the sound from the sound card, so we cannot hear any voice from this video. That's all. Thank you.